All right, got it up on Facebook, man. We just got to wait on the Instagram to get ready to tool up because y'all know how it works around here. The Instagram is always a little slow. All right, Instagram is now up. Hello, hello, hello. It's your boy, the Beast One. Welcome to another episode of Dad Mentality Podcast. I am so happy to be here this week with Marshe. She is the creator and finder of Sovinely Welded, a permanent jewelry. She also is going to talk about how you can turn tragedy into triumph. And y'all know what it is. It's Dad Mentality.
What is that's mentality? What it is? The mentality of taking care of family. As a man, I get lonely. I can't even call my homies, but I answer every call when my kids call me. I'll be there when they need me. They depending on me. They looking up to me. Sometimes we gotta fix our mental. Or maybe it's not meant to be a dad, a father, that's what men do. I made a promise to my kids, that's what I do. I just want them to do things better than I do. Or better yet, better things that I did. What is that's mentality? What it is? The mentality of taking care of family. As a man, I get lonely. I can't even call my homies, but I answer every call when my kids call me. I'll be there when they need me. They depending on me. They looking up to me. Welcome to the show, shout out to the coach. And Maddie Ice Cold Crypto. And each one, teach one. That's mentality, we just try and reach one. What is, that's mentality.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Dad Mentality. It's your boy, the Beast One. Thank y'all for joining us here another week. Make sure you put your comments in the comments and we can definitely send it up. We already got people already saying what's up, Guapo? How you doing today? Two of our faithful watchers. I'm glad to see y'all here, but today we got a great show. Like I said, we got Marshe is here to join us. She is the founder and creator of Sovinely Welded permanent jewelry, and we're going to get into that. But I'm going to go ahead and start. Y'all know I don't do this by myself. I got my man. I'm not introducing him first because he hating already started the show wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce my boy. Y'all know him as the diversified hustler. You know him as wealthy and blessed. You know him as the ice cream man, also the Mr. Bitcoin. I guess we can call him that again because Bitcoin going great.
Hey, so I was wondering if he was going to say something.
Crypto. What's up, Matty Ice?
Hey, what's good, man? Happy to be here, man. Hope all is well with everybody, you know what I mean, on this great day. Every day is a great day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So, y'all, we got to change his name from Coach to Hater. But he's been my boy.
I had a compromise, man.
He's been my boy ever since we was 4 years old, running in the sandbox. I thought I knew him, but now I guess he's changed over the years. I thought he was my man a million, but Vance Robs, aka Coach. What's going on, Coach?
What's good with you? You know what I mean? Y'all keep throwing shots. You know what I'm saying? I got something for y'all.
We gonna, hey man, I ain't
gonna get to it, Coach. You know what I mean? I'm we gonna get to it, Coach.
All right, well, fellas, we got a great guest for y'all today. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this lady. I was at a conference in Atlanta with my wife, and I don't even know how we really met each other. We just my wife introduced us, and we just sat there and had a great conversation. And she told me about what she was doing in business and life, and that she had recently in 2020. The passing away of her father really encouraged her and really made her go out there and start shining. And I was like, I love this energy that you're giving me. I think you'd be great to join our show. Is Marshe. How you doing today, Marshe?
I'm doing good. I'm so glad to be here.
I'm glad you came and joined it. So for a lot of y'all probably like me and is confused what permanent jewelry is. I'm gonna go ahead and play a little clip of what Marshe does so you can get an idea of what it is. And if you have any events or anything like that, you can please reach out to her at sovinely welded. And she can definitely hook you up with some permanent jewelry if you want to get it. If you having, a bridal shower, if you having a wedding, if you having a girls' night, you know what I'm saying, that y'all just trying to get out and get something that is Friendsgiving. There you go. Trying to get something new out there. You can definitely come and check her out. So I'm gonna go pull this up real quick. I'm still not the best at this, but I got it now. I'm gonna do it like the rest. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this and let it do what it do. Mike's on.
Stop the track, let me say facts. I told you, give me a minute and I'll be right back. 50 million around the world and they said that I couldn't get it. I done got so sick and filthy with binges I can't spit. How you gonna be talking shit? You act like I just got a... Diva is a female version.
All right, so gotta make sure I cut the right one off. There we go. So as you see, she comes out, she got all her stuff there. She'll make the jewelry there for you. It's something personal, something, I guess, one of a kind, I would think, correct?
Sure, yep.
Okay, absolutely. But we're going to get more into what you do and into that. But first, we got to take care of our weekly business of our mental health check-in here at Dad Mentality. We believe mental health is very important. If you're not talking to us, you make sure you talk to somebody about your mental health. Let them know how you feel, because conversation is important. So we're going to go ahead and get into our mental health check-in. Matty Ice, you want to start us off this week? Let us know how you're feeling. Give us a rating from 0 to 10.
Yeah, no question. I'm about where I was at last week, man. I'm still riding from last week. I'm sitting at about an 8, man. You know what I mean? So it's a rating from 1 to 10. You know what I mean? Sometimes feel like I need a wider scale. I know how y'all go to 8.1, 7.253. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say I'm still at about an 8. Feeling good this week, man. Just got things going, man. Been up early this morning. On a few Zoom calls, man. Still just riding the high from last week, man. I told you I've been doing some new things. With new business opportunities, man. Moving with that. Crypto been pumping ever since. We got this new guy in the office, a new president, man. The crypto space and the stock space been, just going bananas. So just feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? With all of that, trying to put things in place, you know what I'm saying? I'm wishing I had more things in place. If I knew what I knew, how things was going to do what it do, like when it come to Bitcoin and stocks, we could have, man. I wish I would have made a few different moves, but we always gonna feel like that. But I'm feeling pretty optimistic, man. You know what I mean? Going into the end of the year, Thanksgiving coming up, so looking forward to that. But also, man, at the end of the year, there's a lot of business opportunities, because as far as like with sales, and we're gonna be doing some sales on the clothes at the store. So you're looking for holiday shopping and different things like that. We got Wealthy and Blessed, you know what I'm saying? And we got some ice cream. You might want to get a couple gallons for your house. So I'm looking optimistic for the end of the year. But I'm feeling good, my brother. You know what I mean? So I'm at about an 8. I told you I'm probably gonna never be at a 10.
Okay. All right. Coach, how you feeling?
Oh man, all is well. I'm probably still hovering. Probably about a 7.5. I went back to work last week, so just get caught up. You know what I'm saying? Get back into the usual schedule that I've been accustomed to for 20 some odd years. So just trying to, filter my way through, kind of what I missed at work and all of that stuff. So personal wise, everything's going fine. So the household is, in order. The kids are straight. So just really getting prepared for Thanksgiving, birthdays coming up, and all types of stuff, and the holiday season. So I've been pretty good over last week, just as an even pace. It was no real ups or downs most of the week, so doing pretty good.
Excellent. All right.
Except for all that hating you was doing.
Go ahead, man.
I'll keep talking. It's gonna pop. I'm telling you, it's gonna pop up well before. You know what I'm saying? I agreed to you. I ain't throw no shots
So,
at that, but it will pop up. You know what I'm saying? Very, very.
so I'm still representing. Even though they caught 2 L's this week, it's all right. I'm still happy about what's going on. Make sure, put your rating in the comments too if you want to join in. Let us know how you feeling from 0 to 10. Miss B said I might pick up a shirt for my cousin before I go to Florida. I guess I don't know what that was. Maybe she meant to text that to me. I'm not sure. But nah, my score. You know what? I think I'm about an 8 this week. I do have some things that should be down, but as far as my week went this week, I'm happy. Hey, I'm gonna give a shout out to Chef Dennis and his Who's Cooking podcast. I hung out with him last week for quite a few episodes, and enjoyed doing that with him, talking about some positive things, doing some positive things. Where he's up there, and I think he's up there in Philly, if I'm correct. So shout out to Chef Dennis. He's actually watching on Instagram, so shout out to you, sir. But my week was pretty good. I got some deadlines I need to hit on some things personally, and right now I had a phone call today that makes me excited about it. Hopefully I can make that deadline. So I'm good on that aspect. Unfortunately, my wife will be going out of town this week, going to Florida because her uncle passed away. So it's sad on that aspect. But personally, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive this week. I'm not trying to let anything that is negative stay in my area for too long. Oh, there we go, Chef Dennis. I'm not trying to keep anything that is negative in my area for too long. I'm definitely trying to keep working at it. I've made a set goal to myself to be better and do better. So that's what I'm trying to keep on putting that narrative out there and keep on driving through life. So I put myself at about an 8, fellas. I'm excited about things as they are going to be coming into the future. So it's a good day, man. It's a good day. So Marshe, how you feeling from 0 to 10? Anything you got going on this week that you're excited about? Let us know.
I would say I'm a 10. I feel like I'm surrounded by good energy. I feel like I'm surrounded by good energy. So as far as that, I'm a 10. I have a couple of pop-ups coming up in December, and I have a photo shoot that I'm actually getting ready to do next week. So I've just been trying to prep and just get all these clothes and try to figure out what I feel like is the look that I want to go for. But yeah, aside from that, I'm looking forward to those things, and yeah, I feel like I'm at a 10.
Okay, so you model as well?
No, so this is for my business. So I'm doing some pictures of my jewelry and everything like that. So yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, because Matty Ice always looking for models. He got a clothing line.
I can do it. You let me know.
Hey, you never know. Might be a collabo where
it might be.
Do the clothing line and jewelry. Have it come out there and show some things. I know Matty Ice got a few businesses, so you never know where y'all might be able to
collaborations are always good.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're gonna before we get into the topic, got one more thing going on that I want to go ahead and celebrate real quick. Y'all know Matty Ice's son Guapo. He's a great artist. He did our intro. He's also doing his own animated mini series that I'm excited about and excited to have. As a matter of fact, that tomorrow night will be the preview, not preview, but the actual miniseries is starting, right, Matty Ice? It'll be episode 1 of the miniseries?
Yeah, yep. So the episode 1 will premiere tomorrow on his YouTube channel. And then after that, it'll be out on his other social media platforms.
All right, so I'm gonna show we're gonna go ahead and show a clip of that, and then we'll get into the interview. and it's called The Knox. The Knox, and it comes on tomorrow at 8:00. 7:30. We'll be on here live, and we're gonna show the episode as well as comment on it, and have a good time. I got invited some of my podcast friends to join us, so we'll be excited to do that also. But here's here's the clip, and let us know how you feel in the comments. All right, hopefully.
Yo, what's good, Jay?
What's up, Mello?
Man, our party was crazy last night.
Nah, for real, I'm just waking up.
You're late. That's the 10th time you've been tardy this month.
Shit, he told me he be having that.
Having what?
That Zah nigga. Hey, Fantasia.
Hey, you all?
Shit crazy out here. That's why I got me some protection.
Is it loaded?
Hell yeah, it's loaded. What's the point of carrying an empty gun?
You heard about his little business? I just want him to be safe and smart about it, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's meet up tomorrow after school so we can talk about how we gonna handle it. I just wanted to come by and check on you.
I most definitely appreciate that, bro. Nah, for real, that's love.
So y'all ready for tonight?
Yeah, I'm ready. Same plan, right?
I think we should just confront him.
This nigga scared.
Nah.
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
Who, me? You think he can take my shit and get away with it? Fuck no. Chill, nigga. I don't make promises. Hey, there you go right there. I know you heard me, nigga.
All right, so the anime series comes out tomorrow at 8:00. Please check it out. It's The Knox, hashtag the Knox, DAKNOX, The Knox. So definitely celebrate. I've already got a few people that's going to come and watch it. I know one of them I'm really excited because he does a lot of producing as far as videos and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that we'll have a good time. There's Guapo saying let's go right on there. Y'all can check him out on his page. It's art by Guapo, if I'm sure, but it's an A it's a 4 instead of an A. Do me a favor, put your tag in there for me, Guapo. That way we can make sure that you can see, that everybody can see where to look at it at. So, but anyway, we're gonna go in this week's topic. We're gonna talk about definitely how to take a tragedy and turn it into triumph. But before we get into that part of the topic, I do want to talk a little bit about sovinely welded and find out, talk about what it is so people can definitely know where, if they're looking for that option to get permanent jewelry, they know where to go. So my first question I just want to ask about that is just so people know, what is the difference between your jewelry and why is it considered permanent jewelry?
Yeah, so it's considered permanent jewelry because you know how you wear jewelry, the typical jewelry, you have clasp on it, right? And I know a lot of people have dealt with the fact of not being able to open the clasp. I don't know if that's something that y'all deal with as men, but I know as women, nails and everything like that, we tussling with that clasp a little bit. So to kind of alleviate that, instead the jewelry is welded together. So it's designed, it's customized to fit exactly your ankle, your wrist, pretty much anywhere. So your ankle, your wrist, your ring finger, any of your fingers is designed to be on there, and it's designed to stay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so what made you decide to do permanent jewelry opposed to regular jewelry? Yeah,
so I really had my hand in a lot of stuff. I like to do a lot of different things. At one point in time, I was making soaps, body butters, all those kind of things. I'm trying to get into candles. So I like to have my hands in a lot of different things. And then when I came across permanent jewelry, it kind of stood out to me just because I wasn't seeing it everywhere. Like I've always been the person to want to do something that wasn't so common. So it stood out to me in that way. And yeah, it just really stuck with me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now do you just, is it Is it just Is it bracelet, ankle bracelet? Is it what are the? Is it necklaces also?
Yeah,
Is it
necklaces. So this
earrings?
is so not earrings. So this is a necklace that I actually made. It's welded on. Here's a hand chain that I recently made, welded on the same. So you can do the same with your anklet. You could do the same, with a bracelet, and you can obviously stack them. So like you get one, maybe you want to put your maybe you want to add something extra. Maybe your son's name or your daughter's name or something like that, and you want to have an initial on there. We can do an initial with your bracelet, and then you can continue to add more and more and stack them, just so that maybe there's something happened in your life that stands out to you. And you kind of want to commemorate that moment with that piece of jewelry. And that way you literally have a point of reference. Like every time you look down, whether it be on your ankle, whether it be on your neck, whether it be on your wrist, you kind of always have that point to like remember those moments.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's cool. I can see how that. I can see that would be something that a woman would love, especially on, like you said, memorable times, like your wedding or even a baby shower or even a proposal. It's a lot of things that you could do for that.
Yeah, almost like a
What do y'all fellas
tattoo.
think?
I was about to say, it's like a tattoo. Some people don't want to get a tattoo, but they do want
So it's
something.
the next best thing that stay with them, right? Right.
Exactly. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
All right. So let me ask this. I'm gonna ask the difficult question that a man will want to ask anyway. So what is the price range, the typical price range of getting something like that?
Yeah, so it can range between maybe like $79 up until maybe 180. So it just changes depending on maybe additional additions. Like I said, the charms, the connectors, you can always add those on, so that obviously adds to the charge of it. But that's typically the range of the jewelry, because it's 14 karat gold fill, it's sterling silver, so it's not, it's jewelry that's meant to last.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, as far as like, since it is permanent, you got it on a lot. I was going to ask, like, as far as the type of metal that you're using.
Yeah, so you definitely can, shower in it, go about your daily life with it. Obviously things happen with jewelry. Maybe it kind of disrupts not disrupts it, but like, let's say your pH, in the combinations with the jewelry, not really like mixing together well, you may see a little bit of tarnishing, but aside from that, like, you can easily clean it. And you can just, do everything you would typically do.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that sounds. Hey, man, I was just a little bit nervous because I was about to say, that might be something I get for my wife, but then I didn't want you to tell me it was going to hit me over the head if she started looking at me. But that price is definitely affordable for a memory.
Yeah.
Trust me, I spent a lot more on tattoos, so it's definitely.
And that's what I want to do. I want to make sure it's affordable. I get it. So I definitely want to make sure it's something that people can afford, and it's not like something that completely scares you away. So
yeah. So now that that definitely works for even like teenage sweet 16 parties, things like that. Where if you want to, yeah, there you go. If you want to do something that is do something memorable, because I mean, to me, is definitely different. It's definitely something I had never heard of before I met you, and I think it's a great thing to to commemorate. Always looking for something new, something different, something to really be important for that moment, to enhance that moment, I would say.
For sure.
So all right. So now as far as you starting your business, so your father passed away in 2020, correct? Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
yeah. Yeah. So I just when he passed away, what about him passing away made you decide to really start and focus on this business?
Yeah, so like I said, like I've already had when my dad was still here, I still had my hands in a lot of different things. I feel like when I was in college, he kind of wanted to push me more so towards the business side of things. And it wasn't that I was opposed to doing a business, being an entrepreneur, but I was kind of focused on what I wanted to do at that time, and that was to finish school. So I feel like when he did pass, it kind of just put a little bit more fire than I already had up underneath me, because it became something more, because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just doing it for me, but that I also was doing it for my dad, because he couldn't necessarily, do those things. So I wanted to make sure that I included him in the thing that I did decide to do.
All right. When you say you included him, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, just like keeping him in mind,
Okay.
when I'm doing those things. Like I have a video on my Instagram where I, made sure I shouted out my dad and say, this is not just for you, it's not just for me, it's for my dad as well. I want to make sure that he knows that that he's contributed to what I have going on, and I truly believe that he knows that, because he's like, participating in everything that I'm doing.
Okay. And what about it? So is that the reason why you really fell in love with permanent jewelry? Because you wanted it to be a permanent thing, opposed to just being, something that people, I guess, would just take off or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be.
Yeah, I wanted it to be, because I know just how important memories are specifically. So I want to be able to contribute to someone something that is going to actually mean something to them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that whatever I did wasn't just for financial gain specifically. I wanted to make sure that it was something that really brought smiles to people's faces, and really signify connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the most positive response you gotten? Have you gotten that response when you make this
Yeah,
jewelry for these people? What
I
is that response
did.
that makes you that what is the response that really makes you happy?
Yeah, it was one specifically. I had just did a wine fest. What was it? Maybe last month. I did a wine fest, and I came across a woman, and she wanted me to add like a butterfly charm onto her onto her anklet. She wanted me to add a butterfly charm, and she was saying her mom passed, and butterflies was like her mom's favorite thing. So to be able to kind of do that anklet for her, and I saw, just how touching it was to her within her face, and that in itself meant a lot to me, because that's again why I decided I wanted to do this, because I wanted to be able to have a hand in something that meant something to someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. And so do you feel when you have those moments and you have that time when you with that person and that happens, that you're giving them that moment, does that, I guess, give you kind of I guess I wouldn't say clarity, but give you like a almost like I don't want to say sign of relief either. I mean, but makes you
Yeah,
feel
I
like,
get you.
okay, this is why I'm
Yeah,
out here.
yeah,
This
for
is what,
sure.
this is what,
Yes.
when I set out to do this business, this is what, I really wanted to do, and I guess kind of help you with the grief of your father passing away. Is that something
Yeah.
that comes along with
So
it?
actually no, it doesn't come along with it. I feel like because I kind of can separate the two, um, I can be able to relate to a person that has experienced something like that. But I definitely can separate the two. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Coach, you got anything? You got anything you want to ask or say?
Nah, I mean, we go back to the bracelets. I mean, my wife has permanent bracelets around her ankles, so
What is
Oh, I
she?
didn't know that.
yeah, I'm very familiar with that. So it's a great business, you know what I'm saying, and a great look, to be honest. So keep at it. Congrats on that.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no doubt. And as far as, you know what I'm saying, the financial gain, just know that, you know what I'm saying, most businesses grow when that's not the focus.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
For sure.
just be mindful of that. So, you know what I'm saying, keep your focus on what you have it on, because your business will continue to grow, you know what I mean, behind your passion. So
For sure.
yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I believe businesses do
So,
flourish, especially if you have a passionate love for the business, because people appreciate that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? People appreciate that you are here, you're not here just to take their money. You know what I'm saying? You're here for a reason that is greater than, than money, which is
it comes
easy
through.
to go. Yeah. What about you, Maddie? You got anything to add or ask?
Yeah, no, I agree with all of them. Actually, my wife, she's in the comment and in the section talking about the jewelry, because she makes jewelry herself, and it's actually a relief and getaway for her too. Anybody who knows my wife knows, she deals with certain things. So being able to go in there to make her jewelry, and it's a passion. Like when she makes a jewelry piece for people, sometimes she want to talk to them, and then it comes to her like how to make the pieces, maybe one of one, and she's in there saying she can relate to you because she's dealt with the loss of her father and different things as well. So so I agree with, when a business is a passion, people can definitely get behind it, and it's your why. You know what I'm saying? You would do it even if it wasn't a business. You know what I mean? You would still do it, but when you can create a business out of something that you truly enjoy doing, that's when I believe is magical. You know what I mean? Other than that, it turns into a job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right, so we in the last couple of weeks we've had quite a few female guests. Well, one, we had Brenda Brown last week. We talked about the importance of a father to a daughter, and I'm just curious to you personally, how important was having your father in your life to you, and where did that love or that really create did it create the passion for you, or how did your father influence your business and how you are today?
Okay, Ryan, I need you to break the questions down a little bit.
All right, I'm sorry.
Okay, you all good.
All right, we're gonna start with that. That's the question. So the question is, how did your father influence you and where you are today?
Yeah, so I feel like when my father passed, it more so influenced me more so about where I am today. Because when I think about when he was here, again, I had that entrepreneurial spirit already inside of me. I think that when that did happen, it just gave me the space to kind of tune into it more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so you said, so was your father an entrepreneur, or was that something that he was just real passionate about in making sure that his kids?
No, so he had obviously a 9-to-5 job, but he definitely was into making money for himself. So he would be selling like clothing. He would make these colognes. He would sell like, purses and things like that. So he more so catered his business to women. So that was kind of his lane. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, before he passed away, you said that you were interested in school, and then you knew that that was something that he kind of was pushing you towards. So my question is like, where did that passion begin for you? When was the time that you knew that your dad, that you love the same things that your dad loved, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Or if that's even the question. You got what I'm trying to ask you? No?
Yeah, no, I get you. I feel like again, I feel like it was always there.
Okay.
But I just like to focus on specific, what I choose to focus on at that time, and expect to be understood for wanting to focus on that specific thing.
So there was never a time in like your childhood where you was out and he was selling purses and you just or whatever, or doing whatever he was doing, and you was like, all right, I would like to. It was like, all right, that's cool. I see my dad out here doing these things. Or no, there was none of those times.
It was none of that. It was honestly, to be completely honest, like
I got you.
It wasn't none of that. I move according to me. I move into what pulls me in at that moment. So yeah, it wasn't really like that for real.
Okay.
I admired it. I admired the hustle. The hustle for me was more so what stood out to me. It was the hustle. Like he wouldn't hesitate to go hand out flyers on the street. You know, hey, I sell these clothes for women. Hey, you know, come check me out. Come check the purse out. It was the hustle.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. So Olivia wants to know, Marshe, do you do any in-person tutorials for someone who wants to learn how to weld?
I
And I
don't
guess
right
that's fine.
now, but you can definitely reach out to me. We could talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
could talk about it.
All right. Let me.
Where
go
do
ahead.
you envision your business growing to?
I envision my business growing into not just a business but a brand.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to implement the fact that I love to have my hands in different things. So I want this to be able to expand, be permanent jewelry, but I really want it to be able to expand into something even bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what
What
does even go ahead?
what's even bigger? It would be the question. What have your thoughts that you thought out there to build them?
Yeah.
And I know some of it may be proprietary, still in your thoughts, but
Yeah.
I'm just
So
over.
I would like to, I'm actually working on getting into tattoos.
Okay.
So I definitely want to have, you know, permanent jewelry and tattooing go hand in hand.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So so you want to have eventually a shop, or you want to be Instagram, or how you want to do that?
Yeah, I eventually will hope to have a shop. You know, so maybe, hopefully, maybe sometime next year or in the next 2 years, because I don't want to, you know, fast track myself. I want to pace myself.
Okay.
But yeah, I hope to be able to have a shop in the near future.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So my next question is,
Mhm.
so how did this help you deal with his death?
Um, it didn't,
It
to be
didn't.
completely
Okay.
honest.
I
No.
got you.
I feel like I had to handle that on my own, completely separate from this. Um and yeah, and I feel like I had to go through all the motions and everything associated with it to be able to come out on the other side to even want to do something like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And all right. So I'm just gonna go a little bit into for me personally, because
Mhm.
I feel, my mom passed away in, man, 2000, and even saying the date, it seems more recent than, but
Mhm.
my mom passed away in 2014. And trust me, for me it was a surprise, and she was supposed to be coming. This was before my son was born. My youngest son Jonathan was born. His middle name is Francis because my mom's first name was Francis. And she told me that she was coming to help. She always came and helped when one of the kids came. And when she passed away, I didn't know. It was really, really tough for me because I already had issues because when my father passed away. So when she passed away, it made it really, really tough for me to figure out what was next. Like what was next going on in my life. And I thought that your father, you said that you and your father the business and your father is separated. So you don't you know my question to you, I guess my question would be, when he did pass away, how did you cope with his death? What were some of the things that you did to help with that?
So when my dad passed, I had to kind of, the grieving process and the handling everything went hand in hand because I had to handle everything. So during that time, I was kind of doing a little bit of both. I was making all the calls, I was making all the plans, and I was also trying to handle my own everything. So I feel like once that part was done and then I actually could grieve, it was like, yeah, I just had a lot of days. And the days seemed like that they were pretty much endless. And I felt like I was just existing. Like I don't know if y'all can relate to that, but I just felt like I was just like existing, honestly. So like it really wasn't until like that day came, and I can't tell you what day that was, but like it really wasn't until that day came that I felt like, okay, like I can be okay, you know. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So so a lot of people, me myself, I can never, I don't know if I could ever say I'm okay. I mean, I guess I am. You know, Coach, what about you? How did you feel, how do you feel is the best way to cope with grieving? You're muted.
Time.
Okay.
That's really the only way. You should never allow anybody to tell you how much time it takes. Right? You know what I mean? Because for some, death is, you know what I'm saying, it's a continuous thing. Like you never stop missing a parent or a sibling or a family member or a friend, right? But I think that as you move forward, you recognize that everything that you lost, a lot of it is still left inside you about how you were formed or how that person shaped your life, right? So you're continuously reminded of just the interactions that have taken place with that particular individual, and I think that helps with grieving. And over time, you're because you're reminded of that, that allows you to continue to move forward, right?
There you go. Okay. What about you, Maddie? You got anything? You're muted too. Everybody muted.
I usually don't even hit that mute on there, but dealing with grief, I would say is definitely different for everyone. How they deal with grief. But like you said, everybody's time going to be different. You know what I mean? But like myself, I deal with grief totally different than how my wife would. You know what I mean? Some people they want to, you know, I mean, very emotional with it. Sometimes we try to be reserved and hold it in, and we may deal with grief or let it out in different ways. But whatever that way is, you want it to be healthy because it is something that you definitely need to deal with. And hopefully over time, you know what I mean, you can get through it. And then honestly, depending on, you know what I mean, I'm not getting into religion or anything, but sometimes that has something to do with how you deal with grief, how you even view death, and different things like that. So that plays a part. But again, time is I want to say the biggest factor, but then just also your beliefs and probably, you know what I mean, how you feel also is going to weigh a major part in how you deal with grief or, you know what I mean, death.
Yeah, I always tell people when I'm talking about grief that, like what Coach said, is time, but you can't never tell a person how to deal with it. That's the, how you deal with it is how you deal with it. Everybody deals with it differently. I feel that the best thing you can do is just be there for that person when they call, when they ask. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
a lot of times, I mean, even for me personally, I shut myself off from everyone. I shut myself off, and it took me time to start building back and building back to get myself to the point that I was able to talk about it, that I was able to communicate to others, even just what I needed. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody comes and wants to know what you need, and a lot of times you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't know how to deal with it. You're still trying to process everything, and it takes time to really get that to that point where you're able to, I guess, like Marshe said, to breathe and to be able to go and say, okay, all right, I'm at the point now where I can now, voice something. voice where I'm at, voice what's going on, and voice how to take care of it. When with my wife, when her brother passed away, I had to sit there. And the hardest part for me, because as a man, you wanna fix it immediate. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to just take whatever that is and protect them from it and change it and help them. But a lot of times, the only thing you can do is be patient. You know what I'm saying? The only real thing you can do is be patient and not push that person, and
Be
not
present.
yeah, and be present and not pressure them to you know when I was a child and my dad passed away, I couldn't deal. I didn't even understand it for the longest time. I thought he was still coming back. You know what I'm saying? I was 11 when he passed away. I think it was probably around my 18th, when I was about 18, and I was graduating. My dad finally wasn't there. I was just like, finally, I was like, he's not coming back. You know what I'm saying? He's not coming back. And then it still took therapy after that to process that. You know what I'm saying? So I always feel that when it comes to grief, every person is different. Every person has to go through whatever emotions and feelings they need to go through in order to get to that point where you're able to say, I'm okay. I'm okay. And I do have a tattoo and stuff like that. I do think that to represent my mother. I have one for my father. I have one for my mother. I have one for my brother-in-law. That that's my way. Like you do, for women, permanent jewelry I think is a better, a good option too. But tattoos for me is the same thing that I do to deal with my grief. To me, it's a tattoo is a healing measure for me and my grief and my happiness. So, because I do have one side that for me, one side of my body represents death, the other side represents life. And I have, my son being born. I have my wife's name on there. I have my daughter now. I just got that when I was in Bali. I have my daughter now on me. So, it represents to me. It always gives that reminder where to me, grief never goes away, but I feel like it through time, you can cope with it better. I guess that would be the word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're able to have that conversation. You're able to really, discuss it and be okay with your feelings, because you still feel a certain way. But I guess once enough time happens, you still feel the same way. But I guess you're better. You have a better. You can deal with it better. I guess that would be the word. Maybe. What do you think about that, Marshe?
Yeah, I think the tattooing thing that you mentioned is very interesting, and it made me kind of think about your question when you said like things that I feel like I did to cope with it or to kind of get through it, and I think kind of similar to what Maddie was saying when it came to kind of having a deeper understanding of just life and death, and I feel like kind of diving into that more and that's when I mentioned in the beginning when we first started, I was saying that I know my dad is with me, so I feel like once I was going through the grieving process, because I'm a communicator, I like to communicate, especially when I'm going through something that I feel like is hard for me. So I like to communicate it. I may cry. I'm very in tune with my emotions. I have no problem admitting that because I appreciate that about myself. And so I feel like I really got to lean more into that, and with that deeper understanding of life and death and just that whole dynamic of that, I feel like it made me okay. It made me at first, obviously it's hard because you have to grasp the concept of not being able to see this person physically anymore. And I feel like once I kind of went through all the different stages and understood that just because I can't physically see my dad anymore does not mean that he is not here. because energy does not die. So I feel like that knowing really helped me kind of navigate through the grief.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Definitely.
like what you said about the energy does not die. I really like that because that to me that is true, because that energy that person put into you and that energy that person put with you or this, that, and other, really that's what you remember. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because the body does go. It dies, it gets older, it gets crippled and stuff like that. But that energy of having that person, that knowledge, having that love, having the things that like I talk about on the show, my mom's the biggest energy that I try to take from my mom was her no judgment. My mother was, in my opinion, the greatest with no judgment. Like you could really talk to her and talk to her about anything and she would never judge you. My mother took in so many people, I got so many play sisters that my mom took in because of they had issues or they had this, they had that she took them in and became a mom to them. You know what I'm saying? And I know Vance's mom was like that for me also, and his father, you know what I'm saying? Like his father took me in when my father passed away, and he didn't try to be my dad, but he was just a positive, great. He is still, because I don't want to, Vance's father is still here. He is such just a great positive energy for me. I used to be jealous because his father would open the door for Vance's father always opened the door for his mother. And I didn't understand that until I became a father, mother, husband. You know what I'm saying? And just that little act was just enough that I don't know. I don't even know if Vance's mom made sure that happened or that was something that his father just did. But it's something I remember. You know what I'm saying? If you remember his father, you remember he always opened the door for his woman, and he always treated Mrs. Robbs like she was a queen. I've never seen him during the time. I never saw him do anything negative. You know what I'm saying? He was a great husband and father. You know what I'm saying? And even when he threw me across the room into the wall because me and Vance tried to ambush him, you know what I'm saying? It was still the love or the panic that was in his face when he was like, I got to get this fixed before my wife get home because there's a half child through the wall. You know what I'm saying? But it was, it was all love and all this and those that just that energy. Even with his father and my father had his things too, and my mom definitely did. It's those energies that I really remember and I really miss. You know what I'm saying? I really miss being able to have a conversation with my mom and there's no judgment. As much as she loved my wife, and she truly loved my wife, you know what I'm saying? I could still have that conversation, but my mom would tell me the truth. She'd be like, hey, you need to get your stuff together. You need to do whatever it is that you need to do to make sure that things work and stuff like that. And it was always honest, but it was always in love. So, I just feel like that when you said that part about the energy, that that it never dies. I feel that that's really true. So, Coach, I talked about your parents. I don't know if you was cool with that, but
Yeah, it's all good. That's
so
all. I appreciate that, by the way. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think you drove the point home, you know what I mean, with the energy and so forth. So yeah, I totally agree with everything that was said.
all right. So now, Marshe, where you are at right now, if you got to talk to Marshe, the day I'm not going to say, but let's say a couple weeks after your father passed, and you can go back and talk to Marshe, what would you say to her?
I would say, because that's something that kept probably going in my head that I kept saying to myself. So I feel like I would tell myself that it's going to be okay.
Okay.
Reassure.
It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
All right.
Reassure.
All right. What do you say, Coach?
I said reassurance. It's hard to see that something's going to be okay in a moment
when it's not. Yep.
Yeah.
But you also got to be okay with it not being okay sometimes.
Yeah.
sometimes, you know, sometimes in life I feel like that, you know, that's another mantra I say to myself too, especially, you know, here on the show we always talk about the peaks and the valleys, that you really have to take your time and know when the peaks happen, you know, that you know there's going to be a valley, it's coming, you know what I'm saying, and know that the you know that the valleys don't last forever. Nothing lasts, it doesn't last forever. So, you know, you really got to take time to focus on when the valleys do come, that there's another peak, you know, on the horizon, and not let yourself go into that point where you think, you know, there's no way out of this. There's always this
ebbs and flows, man. It's always gonna be. So you know you enjoy the highs, and then you recognize when you are going through the lows that it's not really it's a learning season. Most time we going through our lows, it's just a learning season. You know what I mean? Because lows can be different things. You know what I mean? When you're going through those lows, you may just be going through a challenge, you know, with one aspect of your life, family, friends, you might be dealing with death, relationship, financial, and that may be considered a low. But we go through different ebbs and flows as we go through this journey we call life. And you know what I mean? And you could be prospering in one area of your life when you're going through what you may be feeling the low, because that's maybe just what's important to you. You might be getting money at one point, but your relationship not right, so you're not feeling good, you know what I mean? Or you could be in a certain aspect of your life feeling good, but then financially you're dealing with challenges. So it's always it's just a combination, and we just got to be aware, you know, that most things are temporary. It's something to learn from it and just keep pushing.
There you go. Coach, you got anything?
Nah, man, I'm following up on. I don't have anything on that particular.
All right. So, speaking of when me and O met, we was talking about our mothers and that passing and that grief. I think me and her had a bonding moment too. That's one of the reasons why we're still friends and family. You know, grief is tough, and grief can be a thing, but like I said, it's about turning things into triumphs. It's about turning things, taking that, you know, you can use that focus for a lot of things, and turning sometimes you got to take that negative and make it positive, and even in the lows of the low, you know, as it may not be that moment, but you know, you can keep, like my man Molly said, you got to keep it pushing and figure out what it is that you can, what it is you can do to turn that energy. And like Marshe said, you got to take that positive energy that was left with you. You know what I'm saying? That was left with you, and use that to really push yourself to the next step. So, you know, turning everything around. So we're gonna go ahead and move on and get into the reels. I got a couple reels I want to watch and see how you fellas feel about it. Marshe, you know, comment on it. So we're gonna watch the reels, and then we'll see what y'all think. I keep on clicking the wrong buttons today. I don't know what's going on. But let's go. This is the right one. And see what's going on. I'm gonna have to get Molly to help me with this, to do this faster. Molly, the super producer. Anyway, all right, it's up there. Here we go. Yep, turn on the thing.
That I don't think I'll ever forget. They said to me that grief is like a stone, and you carry it in your pocket, and you'll always notice it, you'll feel it, you know it's there. But as time goes on, you get stronger. And so as you get stronger, it's not that the stone goes away, it's just that it gets lighter. Wow. And so it's lighter to carry, but it doesn't mean it's going away. You didn't move on, you didn't have to get over it. It doesn't disappear, it doesn't get smaller, it stays the same. You just get stronger, so the stone gets lighter. Yeah. And I really appreciated that idea around grief, because it sat true with me that it didn't have to go away. I didn't have to let go of it. I didn't have to forget about it. And that it would always be there. That just as I grow and as I strengthen and as I become more resilient, it becomes lighter and doesn't weigh on me in the same way as the heavy feeling of grief can in the beginning. My friend.
All right. So he talks about grief being a stone, and it doesn't go away. You always carry it. It's not something that one day you magically wake up and poof, is gone. You know what I'm saying? It's you always carry it, and you always know it's there. But like, I guess, like Coach said, as time goes by, you just become stronger, and therefore the stone is not as heavy as it was before. And I thought that was a great analogy towards it. Coach, what'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, you do get stronger as time goes on. I do believe that grief does go away. Okay. Like you do overcome grief. There's a difference in grieving and missing something. Mm-hmm. Right? You know what I mean? Like you can miss, like I miss my mom. I am not grieving though right now over her death from 2018. Right? So I think that the process of overcoming grief is like the stone. But I do believe that it is a end to grief. That I do believe.
All right. Now the ice.
Now, I agree. He talked about time, and over time, I think it gets lighter, and then again, it also depends on the person as well. You know what I mean? Like I'm always going to go back to that. You know what I mean? And how you choose to deal with grief and which you focus on when you're going through grief. And again, that's one thing you don't want to deal with. You don't want to tell anybody how to deal with, you know what I mean, the loss of their loved one, you know what I mean? Because that's, you know what I mean, that is they don't want to hear it, and that's just not something you want to do. So they have to just kind of get with it over time, and then over time they may kind of see what you're saying. But it's tough, man, especially when somebody, you know what I mean, you are very close to and you were used to seeing every day. And again, like Marshe was saying, it's more of getting used to not seeing and being able to physically touch or see that person, you know what I mean, that you may have had a very close relationship, you know what I mean, and especially like a parent. Some people, man, they got very tight bonds, you know what I mean, they like this with their parents, you know what I'm saying? So it's very tough for them to get over not being able to give them a call, you know what I mean, or hear their voice. So they have to just, man, give it time. And I believe it can make you stronger once you are able to deal with it and know that person is still there, and you know what I mean, and use their strength for what they taught you, man, and try to focus on the memories instead of focusing on the loss. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Molly Robinson said that I miss my mother every day. I can't get over it, but I'm learning to live with it. So, yeah, I know his mom recently passed, so you know I understand how he feels, man. I definitely understand how it feels. Marshe, what'd you think about the reel?
Yeah, I think it was a good analogy. I appreciated the analogy, but very similar to what Coach was saying. I feel that grief does have a period of ending. But I do think that it depends on who you are, because sometimes people are stuck in grief and they can't move on from grief. So for me personally, I don't feel like I'm in a grieving stage. I feel like I'm more in a growing stage. And I feel like that was so when you kind of like just in life in general, I feel like you hear a lot of like, when people experience losses, it's like, that's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you stronger. And you keep hearing it over and over and over again. And I really struggle with people saying things like that, specifically the it'll make you stronger part. I don't feel like experiencing the loss of my dad made me stronger. I feel like it made me grow. It didn't make me stronger because in itself, I was already pretty strong, obviously. But I feel like it definitely made me grow.
Okay, I like it. All right. Got another video. Let's see what y'all feel about that one. Hold on. Let's get this up. Oh,
that challenge you to be uncomfortable is the person that love you the most. But you've been told for many years that the person that love you the most is the person that accepts you for who you are. How can I love you when I know there's more that you can do when I don't push you? That can't be love. There's healthy ways of challenging. People need it. There are tons of people that don't see they can do more. They've accepted their fate. And they only attach themselves to anybody that accept them for being who they are. But the reason why you lose is because you accepted who you are. The person that challenged you to be uncomfortable.
all right. So how do you feel about that, Coach? The person who really loves you is not gonna just let you be who you are. They're gonna challenge you to, in my opinion, I would say, be the best person you can be. And for me, sometimes some people need that challenge. Some people need that person to say, you can be, it's got it, but it's a very thin line, I would think so, of how to challenge a person without, I guess, criticizing. I think but you got to really do it in love, and if you do things in love, then I guess it will come out the right way. Because, but then you get those people that are just trying to criticize and not challenge. What do you think, Coach?
I mean, I agree. I think it is a fine line to. It's a fine line to challenging, and like you said, it has to come from a place of love. It also, you got to have the fine line of what to challenge, right? Because oftentimes that's when you cross the line to criticism. If you're challenging every single thing, you can end up crossing the line of criticism more than challenging to make somebody better, right? I think your loved ones should challenge you in they should challenge you in not only the good things, not only the bad things, but also the good things. Oftentimes people think that just because you're challenging my weakness, you love me and you're making me better. But if you're challenging my strength, that is the same type of love. Right.
I like that.
And you need those same type of people that have the ability to do both. You follow me?
I follow you. Marshe, you got a little dog over there?
I do. She ain't little, but yeah.
Oh, she ain't little? Okay.
No, is it loud? It's loud.
It's a little bit. It's all right, though. We got it. No problem. But nah, you good. You good. It's all right. What about you, Matty Ice? What you think?
Now I agree with what Coach said. It's all about others challenge you, you challenging yourself. Then going back what Marshe said, like it's about growth. So I was saying, like, going through different things make you stronger, but as you grow, you become stronger because you know yourself better. So I believe it's just how you perceive things and just being aware of the challenges that you're facing and how you choose to use it. You know what I mean? Like, you can use electricity in a lot of ways. Electricity can be used to cook something. You can or electrocute yourself. Fire can burn. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just how you choose to use these, things that we go through, to either, grow from them, or you can stay and dwell in them. You know what I mean? You can drown in it, or you can, swim in it. It's different ways you can use it. So, yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it.
All right, what you think, Marsha?
Yeah, I feel like it's about how you go about challenging someone. I feel like if they're this person that loves you, you would hope that they know you. enough to know how to approach you, first of all, and know like when is the time to challenge you and in what way they should be challenging you. I feel like when you know a person enough, you know if they're even open to being challenged. Or you know if they even want more for themselves that you're trying to challenge them to do. Because sometimes I feel like people see something in you, obviously, which is a great thing. They see things in you that you may not necessarily see in yourself, but then you also have to have an understanding that just because you see that thing in that person doesn't necessarily mean that they're to that point where they now want to make that thing happen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
We got a couple comments I just want to highlight real quick. One from good old O. I'm gonna give Matty Ice his flowers when they're given to him. So Matty Ice is the strongest supporter in my grief. Thank you for your patience and challenging me to continue making my mother proud. Shout out to Mighty Ice. We always make fun that, I ain't gonna say nothing because I saw Matt.
We ain't gonna say that, but hey,
I saw Matt typing some stuff before this popped up. Yeah. So, because O always saw it, we had an interview where O was like, oh, he's my Prince Charming, and he's this and he's that.
I appreciate her for being my biggest supporter through all of my, man, everything that I do.
All right. Well, anyway, we'll get to. Also, Molly said, if you're calling me out when I'm not doing enough, cheer me on when things going good as well. So if you call me out when I do something wrong, make sure you're cheering when I do something good as well. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Because anybody, I've had this conversation, with my wife. I was like, anybody can point out flaws. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. That ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? But helping me, like Coach said, when I'm doing good to do better, you know what I'm saying? The things that I'm doing good, help me do them better instead of just pointing out what I'm doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? That is an equal challenge as well. You know what I'm saying? Challenge me to take my good to better. Challenge me to take my better to the best. Challenge me because, like I said, anybody can point out what I'm doing wrong. That's the easy thing to do. So, I definitely want to point out that Marshe, what you're doing is great. Creating memories for people in any way, whether it be into your future, is making tattoos. Trust me. When you get the tattoo down, you holler at your boy. I'll be your first customer. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
We can make something happen. That's cool. I love having the tattoos and this and that and the other. And now that I know the pricing, I'm gonna have to get Vicky some permanent jewelry. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna be a customer in that also. I would love to. I'm gonna talk to Vicky. I'm sure she's still watching. She's gonna be excited about that. But get something that is memorable to her brother, and and things like that. We have to figure that out.
Sure,
but I love what you're doing. I appreciate you going out there and helping people create these memories, create these times. I know for me, tattoo has been a thing for me. Molly said he need a. Oh no, he didn't. I didn't read that completely. My bad. I'm gonna get rid of that.
Molly,
I'm gonna get rid of that.
My man, Molly. My man, Molly. Let's go.
Hold on. Don't point out.
It's just the time.
Don't point out anything.
Molly. Hey, Molly, the perfect cute baby.
Don't point out anything. I'm assuming that means you can't help someone correct. So don't point out anything that you can't help somebody correct. And Molly put his talking about he need an Eagles tattoo, and I guess I don't know where that came from. I mean, I think Coach was texting Molly to get that pitched in. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get back to Marshe, and thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us.
No, thank you
for having this conversation. But I need only one more thing from you, and that's we about to do our terrible football picks. And you told us you don't watch football, so but the way we've been going, you can probably still pick a winner. So because we not doing it. So, you know,
Yeah,
last week,
yeah,
coach
been terrible this season.
Yeah. Because
That's
FYI,
wild to me.
last week,
That's wild to
the
me.
Skins game,
Last
the
week, boy.
Commanders was not the only game we lost. So therefore,
That's because y'all picked the 49ers.
I didn't pick anything. So
And when I told y'all to pick the Seahawks.
I don't know about that. I don't remember.
That ain't the only game we lost, though. That's not the only.
We won the Packers. We won the Steelers. We lost the 49ers and we won the Bills.
I thought we had the Ravens.
I ain't had the Ravens because remember I told y'all that the Steelers was practicing against the Commanders.
Nah, I thought we had the Ravens for that moment, but he put it. I don't know. We still ain't lose. The Commanders wasn't the reason why we lost. So, you know, it was no.
It was Marshe is always room in Philly. You're welcome. You're welcome to come out there. All right, so hold on. Let me get this terrible fan duel up real quick so we can see.
You ain't gonna be able to place a bet yet, though.
Who playing tonight?
Cowboys and Texans.
Oh yeah,
that terrible game.
Yeah, you know we gonna pick Washington and Dallas this week. We might as well
start
start
to. And who you got, Coach? Let's get that out the way.
Yeah, Coach. Who's your pick on the Washington and Dallas
game? Get that out the way.
I don't know, man. Like it's something that's not clicking. And you know, rivalry games. You know, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't even believe,
man. I might have to go with them boys. You know what I mean? I had to go with
Marshe.
You think we're gonna lose 3 in a row? Come on.
Right.
This is Cowboys and
Hold on, Marshe. So what was you saying? We got the Commanders and the Cowboys. Yeah, the Commanders and the Cowboys. The Cowboys have probably lost the last 10 games. So
And then and what's the stats on the Commanders?
We are 7. We have 7 wins and 4 losses now. I think
3
losses. Yeah,
but they lost 2 games in 1 week.
Now we 7-4. We 7-4.
Yeah, they lost 2 games in 1 week. Marshe, just thought I'd let you know that.
We did lose to 2 good teams. We lost to 2 playoff teams. We lost to the Steelers and the Eagles. Yes. You know, they both close games. We lost to the Steelers by 1 point. And then don't say
the Eagles was close.
It was until the end. We had the lead up to the end, and then Saquon broke off 2 big plays, and then it looked worse than it was. But it was.
Let's get Marshe's pick in
10-12 in the fourth quarter.
Who you want to pick? Who you want to pick?
What color do you like better?
I'm gonna have to go for. Listen, that's a good question. But I feel like I'm gonna go for Cowboys just because I'm going for the underdog. I'm going for the underdog. So if you saying the Cowboys been losing, then I'm gonna go for the people the team that's been losing.
That's messed up, Marshawn.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm glad my fan dude don't work right now. I can't put that in. You know what I'm saying? Because the Cowboys are playing right now, they won't let me put that bet in.
Yeah, they ain't gonna put that with it.
Y'all let me know if I'm right because I sure.
Oh, don't worry, you're wrong. But we're gonna go ahead. What's the next game, Coach? What's the next game we doing?
The Bucks at the Dolphins.
The Bucks at the Dolphins. I don't got that. I got the Dolphins are playing Pittsburgh.
Did I might have pulled the wrong schedule up. Hold on.
Oh, and they let me put it on here already. So they got the Redskins by 10 points.
Seriously?
Nah, not for next week.
I'm looking right at it.
Against the Cowboys?
Yeah. 10 points, 9.5. They got it right here. I'm surprised too.
That's wild.
Hold on. They know because they know they're that much garbage. That's why.
I still can't see us being a 9-point favorite.
9.5 points, dog. We are a 10-point favorite against the Cowboys.
If we wasn't betting money line, I would definitely have to take the Cowboys with 9.5 points.
My bad. I'm at the Bucks. The Bucks are at the Giants. That's on me.
All right, so I'm letting you know right now, I ain't picking the Cowboys to win. That ain't happening.
We already know that.
So that ain't happening.
Nah.
Marshe, I appreciate
I'm letting you know now,
I appreciate your vote, but that ain't happening. I can't.
Y'all let me know.
The way my buttons work,
that's what
it don't
happened
work that
last
way.
week, Marshe. If he'd have listened, we'd have
Still would have lost.
won the whole joint.
We still would have lost.
Nah.
Nah, we still would have lost. But anyway.
So the Patriots at the Dolphins.
All right. The Patriots at the Dolphins. They got the Dolphins up by 7.
Hey, why you pick that game? That's an ugly game, right?
I mean, y'all be complaining about easy game, ugly games. It's some difficult games coming in next week too.
Like that's a game nobody don't even want to watch right there. I like the Dolphins, you know what I mean, but
I think the Dolphins gonna win too.
Yeah, but the Patriots can definitely win that game though.
They can.
Like where is that? It's in
Miami.
It's in Miami.
Yeah, Dolphins probably.
Dolphins got it.
All right, what you got? What you got, Marshe? The Patriots, New England Patriots, no Tom Brady. So just in case you heard any of that, Tom Brady no longer plays for the Patriots.
Gone.
And and the Dolphins, and they're saying that the Dolphins are going to win by 7.
I'm gonna go for Dolphins because they're very intelligent creatures. So we're gonna go with Dolphins.
Oh Lord.
Excellent.
There we go.
Excellent. All right, what's next?
Some logic.
I love the logic. I love the logic. Keep it going. Let's go.
Maybe you never know. Maybe better than the logic we've been using.
Yeah, buddy.
What you got next, Coach?
Chiefs at the Panthers.
Hey, Chiefs got their loss. They finally took an L.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Chiefs though. They ain't not doing 2 in a row.
Yeah. What you got? I'm with you.
Panthers ain't good anyway. You got some terrible picks this week, man. We gotta get some closer games.
Yeah, Chiefs.
All right, so who you gonna pick on this one, Marshe? The Taylor Swift team or the team that hasn't won any games?
Is the Taylor Swift team the Chiefs? Because of the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Okay.
All right.
Next up is the Lions at the Colts.
I ain't gonna make no money this week.
Colts.
We might win, but I ain't gonna make no money.
The Lions at the Colts.
Lions in the Colts, yeah. So the lion, you know the lion is the Colt is only the shoehorn of the horse. It ain't even the whole horse.
Yeah, buddy.
Indianapolis Colts.
The Colts, baby.
Who picking the Colts?
You know I'm picking the Colts. I don't even know why y'all asked that.
You say you picking the Colts?
Yeah, because he got a player. Because he got a player. He using Marshe logic now.
Yeah, he picked the Colts last week too, and they lost.
Because he got a player on the Colts. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah. But Marshe, so what do you think? You want to take the what is it, the king of the jungle, or the silly donkey?
Well, since y'all saying Coach went with the wrong team last time, I'm gonna go with the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions not a
That's what I like to hear. See, now we making some good choices over here. Good choices. All right, what we got last? Last but not least, we only got 5.
The Ravens at the Chargers. Now
that's gonna be.
Right, hold on,
hey, that's the Harbaugh Bowl.
Huh?
That's the Harbaugh Bowl. That's both brothers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, the Chargers been surprisingly good this year.
They are. They quiet 7.
They quiet, Slim. When I seen them Bama's with 7, I was like, the Chargers 7. I was like, hold up. They creeping out there.
All right, Coach. So I
still like the Ravens though. I know you not because you don't like Lamar. You going with the Chargers.
You know who I'm going with Justin Herbert and Chargers, bro.
Yeah, I knew you. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it Maryland. They ain't the home team, but I'm gonna go with
LA.
Yeah.
And it's Monday night.
The Chargers not that good, man. I think they overachieving. I think the Ravens gonna pull this one out. I ain't got and the Ravens just lost.
They just took an L. They're not gonna take another one.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens.
Okay. That's what
all right. So to clarify, fellas, it let me choose until the game started. Now that the game started, they took it away. So once
I
the
got
game starts, you can't pick the pick the game.
They're gonna drop the odds though.
Yeah, cause I'm about to say
Yeah.
that 9.5. You was doing the money line, the money line would have been
Yeah,
crazy.
so the odds gonna change anyway. Yeah, it was
like the line gonna get better though, because it's not gonna be 9.5. So the money line. So if you able to pick tomorrow,
it'll
the
be
odds
better.
gonna be better.
More
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna get back to the Baltimore Ravens versus the LA Chargers. So it's a murder bird versus a lightning
bird.
bolt. Yeah, a raven.
A murder bird? Why is it a murder
Yeah.
bird?
A raven is a murder bird. You ain't know that?
I did not know that. What makes it a murder bird?
One of those old books where the raven came and it always means somebody was about to die or something. I don't remember which one that is, but it's
Is
one
that
of
not
them
a
books.
crow though?
Nah, it's a raven.
Yeah.
It's a raven.
Pretty
I always
powerful.
see ravens as I think they not quite an eagle or a hawk, but a raven seems to be a aggressive bird, because eagles and hawks, they not vegetarians. You know what I mean? They're predator birds, and you know what I mean. It's not a pigeon. They're not they not eating breadcrumb.
All right. So murder bird versus lightning bolt. And I'm gonna actually take your pick this time. Whatever you pick, that's what I'm putting down.
Dang, at first I was definitely thinking car or bird. But then you're talking about murder bird.
And it's not a car, it's a lightning bolt. It ain't a car, it's just a lightning bolt. That's it.
Well, no, I'm thinking you said Chargers, so the first thing I think about is the car.
The car.
Yeah. Nah.
So
the car is not their logo.
I'm gonna go murder bird.
All right, yeah.
Where you from, Marshe?
Hey, I was gonna ask
you.
Huh?
I'm in Maryland.
Oh, okay.
But she was saying the Commanders or something else. I was like, I wasn't sure. I was like,
but I don't watch football again, so we gotta,
Right. Yeah, I should have brought up logos and had her guess what the logos mean. You ever seen that? Yeah, that's just be funny as shit. I did that with Vicky on some of the logos. She was lost like I don't know what.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna get ready in this show. Because I guess once the Monday Night Football come on, my viewership drops. Everybody, all these scared Cowboy fans, I guess, watching the game or something like that. I don't know, but thank you again, Marshe, for joining us. I appreciate you hanging out with us.
Look at Coach. Yeah. Man, come on, Coach, man. Take him. Look at him.
Don't worry about that. I'll go
terrible, man. Terrible.
We don't need to see that. We don't need to see that evilness as we end the show. But thank you again, Marshe, for joining us. Thank you for coming out and having a good time. And, Coach out here dying laughing. Anyway, thank you for joining us, Dad Mentality. I hope you stay watching and stay in the comments and, come back and have a good time when I'm sure that I already said on air that Vicky can get some jewelry when she get the jewelry.
You can't go back on that. You hear that, Victoria?
Oh, don't worry. She gonna beat me to it. Don't worry about it. And I don't know. Since I done okayed it, she probably be calling you tomorrow trying to figure out how she can get it up to $2,000 or something. You know what I'm saying? Knowing her. So, but nah, we're gonna, like I said, have a good time. And when you get the tattoo shop open, me and Molly said we'll come through. Well, I don't know. He said he want an Eagles tattoo. You don't want to draw that, so I don't want that on. But thank you again for having a good time and joining us, and appreciate you. And if you're looking for some jewelry, please hit up Marshe. Yes. Let her come out to your parties, your girls group.
Yes. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
There you go. And get something that means something to you. You know what I'm saying? Get something that means something. I know, Coach, you better tell Mrs. Coach, because she always in some kind of girl group party or something like that. I'm sure she let them know.
I mean, for all I know, Marshe could have done her ankle bracelet. I don't know. She got done at a conference, I think. I think that's where she got done at.
A conference? A what?
Yeah, there's a conference for moms in DC.
Oh, a conference.
Yeah,
you know what to go into. And also, O says she gonna reach out to you because she trying to learn how to do that. So you got a couple of people trying to learn what you're doing, and help you out. And like I said, Matty
course,
Ice,
no
he
question.
always doing fashion shows and stuff like that. You might be able to get a booth or whatever the case may be. You know, so
Yeah,
we'll
fashion
definitely
show.
keep
You need
in
a walk.
mind.
You need a model that walk. You can
All
call
right,
me.
shoot. Bet.
All right, got you.
Noted.
All right, well, we're gonna end the show. Thank y'all for joining us another week of Dad Mentality. We'll see y'all tomorrow as we do the first Dad Mentality watch party for our man Guapo and his art, and just see what's going on. Have a good time, and we'll be on tomorrow at 7:30. And y'all know what it is, Dad Mentality. God bless. Good night.
Yeah.